You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. Well, one of the things we've been talking about on this channel, sort of a series that's happened, has been either an extreme medical condition randomly happening to somebody involved in sports, an athlete, or unfortunately somebody meeting their demise very quickly, very unexpectedly, out of nowhere, usually by way of stroke or cardiac arrest. Now, last summer, Kim Pegula, who is one of the owners of the Buffalo Bills, right, husband and wife owner of the Buffalo Bills, she had a very serious medical condition randomly. Nobody knew exactly what happened. Well, her daughter has shed some light on exactly what happened, and in light of Damar Hamlin, in light of so many other incidents out there where somebody suddenly had what seems to be a very random, horrible health occurrence happen out of nowhere, we find out that her mother, Kim, or Kim Pegula, we find out from the daughter that she had a cardiac arrest. Now, just like Damar Hamlin, randomly, 53 years old, Kim Pegula, I can tell you, at least from just looking at her, seemed to be in very good shape. And I understand sometimes it's hereditary, yada, yada, yada. But it certainly does make me wonder. It makes me wonder what caused this to randomly and suddenly happen last summer, now that we know what it is. More and more reports of strokes and cardiac arrest. This is nuts. She won't be able to be that person anymore. She's having trouble communicating. This is sad. Jessica Pegula gives an update on her mother, Kim Pegula's health. On June 14, 2022, the Buffalo Bills shared that the Bills and Sabres owner, president, Kim Pegula, was receiving medical care for, quote, unexpected health issues. In the weeks and months that followed, the Pegulas have remained largely private about her recovery. That desire for privacy sparked speculation from Bills fans, something that Pegula's daughter, Jessica Pegula, recalls having to deal with at Wilmington in an emotionally open article she penned for the Players Tribune. The article, published Tuesday morning, is titled, "I Want to Talk to You About My Mom." Jessica Pegula describes her father, Bills and Sabres co-owner Terry Pegula, waking up to find Kim Pegula in cardiac arrest. Her sister, Kelly, who had just received CPR certification a few months prior, performed CPR until an ambulance came to transport Kim to the hospital. Our concern had now moved from cardiac arrest to a brain injury, something that we're talking about with Damar Hamlin. Kim Pegula spent a week in ICU, then moved to an inpatient care facility. Since then, she continues to be in recovery, and Pegula says the doctors are blown away by her progress. However, Pegula has ongoing symptoms that may have made performing her role as president of two professional sports teams in the manner she had in the past no longer possible. She lived and she loved it, and it was felt by everyone she met. Now we come to the realization that all of that is now likely gone. She won't be able to be that person anymore, Jessica Pegula writes. Pegula describes her mother experiencing significant expressive aphasia, a condition affecting the ability to produce language. However, people who experience aphasia often continue to be able to understand verbal and written communication. Yikes. In Kim's case, Jessica describes her mother being able to read and write and to understand what others are saying to her. Quote, "It's hard to deal with, and it takes a lot of patience to communicate with her. But I thank God every day that she can still communicate with her we can still communicate with her at all. Kim Pegula's cardiac arrest and recovery happened more than 6 months before Buffalo Bill cornerback Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest on the football field. The experience was a difficult one to witness for Jessica Pegula, who wore a number 3 patch in honor of Hamlin at the 2023 Australian Open, adding in the article, "It felt like it was for my mom as well," and I'm sure it did. But it certainly raises a lot of questions as to what the hell's going on. Why are we just seeing this so much now? And the fact that we didn't know that's what had happened, and look, I can appreciate their strive for privacy here, but it's just real odd. And it's just crazy how sudden all these things seem to be and not knowing exactly what they're related to. And it's so random. Again, we're not talking about somebody that looked visually overweight or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it could be hereditary. We don't know for sure. But when you're talking about billionaires, you've got to think that they're getting pretty good medical care day in, day out, week in, week out. They're staying on top of their health. And then bam, randomly drops from a cardiac arrest. Again, we're just learning it was a cardiac arrest, but it was a cardiac arrest nonetheless. Wow. Awfully crazy, and it certainly raises your eyebrow, right? Again? Really? It's just crazy. We're going to see more and more stories like this. I truly believe it. 53, is it possible? Sure. But it just seems strange, and it just brings pause as to what may have really sparked something like this happening. We don't know. There was a couple of other articles out there related to this. I mean, basically what's happening is she can understand and she can interpret what's read and wrote and said to her, but she has trouble communicating back. Being able, the words correctly coming out of her mouth is kind of what I've gathered. So she's carrying some real issues with her after the fact. I'm sure probably related to the brain. I don't know that for sure. I'm not a doctor. Wow. Henry Anderson, Panthers, stroke. Hunter Brown, 21 years old, Air Force football player, drops dead. We think it was a cardiac arrest. Damar Hamlin, 24, cardiac arrest. The Las Vegas tennis player the other day, great shape, looked like a damn bodybuilder. I think he was 43, dropped dead. Looks like a cardiac arrest. Nuts. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. We're going to keep watching this. I've just got a feeling it's going to get more frequent. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.